The case that is going on right now involving both Johnny Depp and Amber Heard is one full of betrayal, abuse, and a desire to maintain one's good name. But which of them embodied which role is not as easy to determine as you might think, because in the beginning it seemed clear that Amber Heard was the one who was completely innocent and the victim of abuse. But as time went on and people came aboard to defend Johnny, as well as evidence being presented, it became pretty clear that it was Amber Heard who was the abuser. So allow us to show you 10 celebrities who defended Johnny Depp against Amber Heard. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10, Penelope Cruz. Let's start off with Penelope Cruz, a woman who's been a friend of Johnny Depp for some time and has made multiple movies with him. She happily went to court to defend him and try to protect her friend from the allegations against him. The documents via the blast said in part, "Many years have passed and I have not only made 3 movies with him, but I also count on him as a great friend. I've always been impressed by his kindness, his brilliant mind, his talent, and his peculiar sense of humor." Cruz also went into detail about how Johnny Depp treated her during her pregnancy with her first child. "During 6 months of my first pregnancy," Cruz wrote, "I spent every single day with him while we shot Pirates of the Caribbean. My husband and I will never forget the sweetness, protection, and kindness he treated me with during every single step of that process." Some will likely know that this is the testimony of someone whom Depp didn't date, that we know of, and obviously wasn't in the relationship that Depp was accused of being abusive in. However, her testimony does carry weight, especially when you factor in that she saw him at a point in his life where he wasn't all there, and yet he was more than willing to be nice to her, not the least of which was during her pregnancy. So that seems to be a bit more trustworthy than you might think at first. Number 9, Sia. Here's a more recent statement that came out, and it came from an unlikely source, the singer Sia. She not only voiced her opinion on the matter, but showed off a video of leaked audio of Amber Heard getting violent on Johnny and calling out Heard in various other ways. She did note that Johnny has problems with drugs and jewelry, but noted that he is very much the victim here. Sia even went after Amber's old boyfriend and Elon Musk, and noted that he was protecting her by helping her pay for the settlement against Depp. So that right there is a multifaceted thing, as it shouldn't just be about defending Johnny, but going after Heard for what she did and admonishing those who are trying to protect her. Number 8, Winona Ryder. Heading to the world of Stranger Things, let's discuss Winona Ryder and the relationship that she had with Depp. Winona dated Johnny in the 90s, and their relationship was very public, and because of her experiences with Johnny, she felt compelled to speak out against what Amber Heard said. First, Ryder acknowledged that she had no insight into his marriage with Heard, but still insisted, "From my experience, which was so wildly different, I was absolutely shocked, confused, and upset when I heard the accusations against him." Ryder continued as part of her statement in defense of Depp's character. "The idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. I cannot wrap my head around these accusations." Winona Ryder went on to say that Johnny Depp was never violent or abusive towards her or towards anybody I have seen. She also said that she always felt so very safe with him. Again, powerful words, and when you mix them with what Penelope Cruz said, you get a picture of a man who is very kind to the women in his life. And if for some reason you don't believe these two women, there's one more key woman in Johnny's life that you should probably hear from. Number 7, Vanessa Paradis. Vanessa Paradis is the ex-wife to Johnny Depp and the woman who gave birth to his 2 children, so they have a long and deep relationship. She was also at the trial to defend her former flame, and her words absolutely carried weight. "I have known Johnny Depp for more than 25 years. Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be kind, attentive, generous, and a non-violent person and father." Paradis also acknowledged her awareness of the allegations which Amber Heard has publicly accused Johnny of for more than 4 years now, but insisted that those accusations were inconsistent with the true Johnny I have known. Like Winona Ryder, Paradis also says she never experienced violence or abuse from Depp. Vanessa Paradis also acknowledged that the accusations against Johnny Depp have caused harm to his career. So let's be clear here, Paradis has all the reasons in the world to bury Johnny Depp. He left her for Amber Heard, and we all know how that went. But instead of adding to his misery, she showed the truth and that he was very nice to her and never once abused her. So if he wouldn't abuse his ex-girlfriend in Ryder or his ex-wife in Paradis, why would he suddenly break and go and hurt Amber Heard? Number 6, Allison Parody. Allison is the sister to Johnny's ex Vanessa, and it would have been very revealing if she said her sister said one bad thing about Johnny while Vanessa said another. However, not only were the sisters on the same page in defending Johnny, but she noted that "you've always been like family to me" in an Instagram post, and then started to sing his praises in terms of being funny, caring, and so on. So yeah, it's rather telling that even the sister to the woman he left is defending him heartedly. Don't you think? Number 5. Javier Bardem. Heading now to the male side of things, Johnny Depp's screenmate for a couple of films, Javier Bardem, also spoke out on how Johnny Depp was nothing short of a great man and a pleasure to work with. On top of that, I've had the gift of working with him twice and have experienced his respectful attitude towards every single member of the crew, alongside his unique and hilarious sense of humor. I stand by Johnny because I've always seen and felt a true caring and loving man in him, an extraordinary and unique artist who has listened to anyone who needed his help. Now, that may sound a little one-sided in certain ways, but he didn't have to speak out on what he felt about Depp, but he did. So he clearly thinks that Johnny is innocent, or else he wouldn't have said anything at all. Number 4. Paul Bettany. If you're looking for another guy that is up for defending Johnny Depp, that would be Paul Bettany. The two have worked together on multiple films, and Bettany had nothing but praise for Depp on Twitter, where he noted he's known him for years and through many relationships, and noted further that he was the kindest and gentlest man he's ever known. While it is true that Hollywood types are known to defend one another, this is a different story because one of the kind of case it entails. So for Bettany to stick his neck out like that proves that he is confident in what he is saying about Depp. Number 3. David Yates. This one is a bit more ironic given recent events. David Yates is the director of the Fantastic Beasts films that Johnny Depp co-stars in as Grindelwald. When he was initially cast for the part, there was some backlash, but then Yates eventually stepped forward and said that the accusations do not match the man he's been working with on set. The irony, of course, is that Depp has stepped down at Warner Brothers, urging, though Amber Heard is still employed by them, and he has been recast. Now, we're not sure how David Yates feels about that, but we can guess he wasn't too thrilled to capitulate it like that. Number 2. Lily Rose Depp. If that name feels familiar, that would be because Lily is Johnny's daughter, and she has come out multiple times in support of her father, including posting an article about how Amber called the police on Depp, stating that he abused her, but there was literally no evidence of that happening at all. She later went on to post pictures of the father and daughter together, stating that she loves her father and that there is no way that he is the way that he's projected. Number 1. Laura Devenir. Laura Devenir is an interior decorator to the stars and former friend of Amber Heard. We say former because when the court case between the two came around, it was Devenir who took a stand and denied the injuries and bruises that Amber Heard claimed she had after a fight she cited happened. She apparently was there with Amber after the alleged fight, but didn't see any bruises at all. Heard tried to refute this, but Johnny's defense team proved that her testimony was legitimate. So what do you think? What do you think of these celebs who weren't afraid to go and defend Johnny Depp against various accusations that Amber Heard made about him? Were you surprised by some of the names on this list? Which ones did you not see coming? Do you know of any other celebs who went and defended Depp? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel.